Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Goose Island Brewing Company out of Chicago, Illinois. Well, that's where the Goose Island Brewery is. The company that owns them, maybe InBev, is out of Belgium, obviously. But anyways, so I've done a review for Goose Island before. I think I've just done one of the fruited sours. I don't remember if it was like Gillian or Halia or Madame Rose, one of those ones, or Lolita. But I know I haven't done any of the Bourbon County variants on here, so I'm kind of excited for this one. So this was the one, this is from this year's release. It's the one that I was probably looking forward to the least. But I would never wait in line for this, but I have a friend who was waiting in line, and he threw up a post if anybody wanted one for cost, he could just grab it for them. So I said, why the heck not? Because generally I would get to try all these at Fobab on tap, so I never really sought the bottles for the most part. But this year, unfortunately, I wasn't able to go. I had other commitments, so I didn't get to try some of the variants this year. So I said, why not? But anyways, this is the Bourbon County brand Midnight Orange Stout. So this is the Bourbon County base, which is Imperial.Stout aged in bourbon barrels. But this one is with orange peels and cocoa nibs added. And it is 15.2 ABV. So this is a big, massive beer. And one of these days, I like to just get the regular Bourbon County and do a review of too, because that is, as much as people don't like them because they're owned by InBev, that is still a really good beer. So I'm gonna crack it open and see what we got. Get some water out of there. Now, I will say as a precursor that I am generally not the reason why I said this is one that I was looking forward to the least is I'm generally not a huge fan of the whole orange chocolate combination. I have had other beers like that before, and it's just not something that I really enjoy generally. But I will say I have had one that I did really like. Hill Farmstead did an Imperial Stout brewed with orange peels, aged in Grand Marnier barrels. So, I mean, they took the orange character up to another level with the Grand Marnier barrels. But that was really, really good. But, you know, of course, it's from a really, really great brewery. But as far as this style of beer, this is a really, really great brewery. So, I'm hoping that the chocolate is more dominant than the orange, and the bourbon barrels play a big part. So if I'm getting all the great characters of regular Bourbon County and then some chocolate and there's just a little bit of orange, then I'm okay with that and it's still probably be pretty good. That's what I'm hoping for, but we'll see. As you can see, it pours a jet black color. It had a really small tan head that dissipated really quickly. It looks like it's flat here. I'm guessing it's not based on the head it had before, but well, that is very, very promising. Honestly, I'm literally not smelling any orange at all, which is a great, great thing. I am getting some of the chocolate though, which is nice. I mean, it really, to me, just smells like regular Bourbon County with a little bit of an extra, like, fudgy chocolate character. There's a ton of bourbon in there. But it's very, very fudgy. And generally, Bourbon County is fudgy to begin with. But it seems like there's a little extra chocolate character, which would make sense for what's in there. It smells like it's going to be pretty sweet, too, which is to be expected. But also, for being... I mean, it might taste super boozy. I still don't know yet. I haven't tasted it, but judging on the aroma, it doesn't smell like that strong. the bourbon character that I'm getting is definitely more like oaky, vanilla, and woody character more than like the actual ethanol notes. Okay, so definitely getting orange in the flavor, but it is still somewhat muted. It is definitely not the dominant flavor, and that's what I was hoping for. So I think they did a really good job of balancing it out. I mean, if there wasn't any orange at all, I would really like it, but at the same time, like, what's the point of calling it that if you don't get any of it at all? So I think for the people who are looking for orange, there's enough there to satisfy them. I mean, it really does remind me of those. I don't know if how many of you have had these, but they come in little boxes, and I think I don't know if they're just around Christmas time, but I know a lot of people give them around Christmas time. They're little boxes. The inside of it is like it's chocolate, but it's in the shape of an orange, and it's like orange flavored chocolate. This kind of tastes like that at the front, but it's not a ton of orange. So I would say that second sip, I probably got more orange than the first one. But it still is. I still think it's really balanced in the beer. It's not overdone. Do I like it as much as the regular Bourbon County? No. But I think for what they were going for and what it says it is, I don't think they really could have done it any better than they did. So I do applaud them for that. And the other thing, I was saying there wasn't a lot of heat on the aroma. That's definitely not the case in the flavor. It is very hot. But I mean, it's 15%, so I'm not gonna dock it many points for that because it's a huge beer. So at that level, if something's 10% and it tastes like this, yeah, I would say it's a little overly boozy and they're not hiding the alcohol very well. But at 15, I mean, I don't know what you would want. Really, the only way to hide the alcohol almost completely in a 15% beer is for it to be incredibly under attenuated and very, very sweet. And I wouldn't want that anyway. So, and this actually, you would think with the orange, because some people associate orange with like more of a candy flavor, that this would come off as sweeter than regular Bourbon County, but to me it doesn't. It comes off as less sweet for some reason. Maybe because I don't know. Maybe because I'm not as getting as much barrel and that like vanilla oaky note that seems to have like a perceived sweetness to me sometimes. I mean, it is sweet, but it's not. I don't even think it tastes as sweet as the regular version, but definitely not more sweet, if anything. It's tough. There's a sharp bite in the back end that. I mean, I'm assuming that this is made, using real orange peels. There's nothing artificial about it. There's a sharp bite in the back end, and if this was like lower ABV, I would probably kind of assume that this was some sort of orange extract, and that was causing that little burn. But I don't think that's what it is. I think it's truly just from the for how strong the beer is. I think it's just a alcohol burn from the beer, which is fine. Yeah, so it's. I would say it's up front, it's orange and chocolate, pretty balanced. Then more orange hits. And then you get a big wash of booze. But then after you get through with the big wash of booze, there's a really nice, just barrel, like fudgy bourbon barrel character that the regular version has. Excuse me. So it's kind of like you have to get through the bad to get to the good, but to me, it's not even bad. I would prefer the regular one and have that flavor all the way through, but you know, there's so many ways that this could have been way overdone, and it's not that. So I do applaud them for that. The beer itself is still, you can get the base out of it, but it definitely delivers on the orange. So if you really wanted that orange chocolate character, you're gonna get it. So I'm trying to think whether I'm gonna call this a buy or dump, or not dump. Sorry, buy or drink. This one price really plays a factor because I think this is like $23 maybe. If it was cheaper, then I would definitely call it a buy. But I'm gonna go with a buy. And the only reason I say that is I think I might buy it again just to have it around to share with some other people who that might appeal to them, because some people like orange and chocolate, and I wouldn't mind drinking it with them. And I think also the reason why I'm calling this a buy is this is one of the few beers, the Bourbon County series, that actually, it is really good fresh, but you can, I mean, I wouldn't age it too long where it's going to get super oxidized, but you can give it a couple years and it'll a lot of times get better because the beer itself holds up. It doesn't really start to get oxidized, but the heat starts to drop off a little bit. And I would think maybe with this that the orange might fall off a little bit. Because if it just had like less orange, but still like a tiny hint of it, but then the other Bourbon County goodness, I think it would be fantastic. So, I'm still gonna give this one a buy, and just because it's pretty unique. Because I've seen several breweries try to do this, and it rarely works. So this is one instance where I think they did a pretty good job of it. So. I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.